importantly, that the board recognize the need to utilize people and entities that have not just an understanding of CRT, but a clear incentive to discover it. With this in mind, I move that the board, in recognition of the valid concerns of parents of the district who see critical race theory as a threat to their children and their valid concerns, that the administration's position is that those concerns are unwarranted. Vote to or discuss as a board, acknowledge the dispute exists, agree to address it, and recognize the conflict of interest that exists when the superintendent or any group of administrators are charged with resolving the dispute, including being involved in the hiring of any third parties that would be looking into it. Thank you.
We have a motion on the floor. I'm hoping the board all listened to it. Is there a second to the motion? Hearing none, the motion fails. Thank you for those closing comments, Mrs. Bodie. Mrs. Schaefer.
Again, I feel like everyone continues to talk past one another on CRT. It was particularly challenging here to watch our students' reaction to that voice. And what I keep hearing about is whatever we want to call this, I don't believe it's CRT. I don't believe we're teaching CRT, but we are dealing with diversity, equity, and inclusion issues in our district, as I hope we should. As I'm at the Ohio State football game and the Cardinal Health presidents on the Megatron saying, this is an important initiative. Our employers are dealing with diversity issues. If we're preparing our kids for the future, we must continue to deal with all types of diversity issues. That doesn't make it CRT. That doesn't make it brainwashing our children. I think, as we saw here tonight, our children can be very independent thinkers, and having constructive debates within our classroom is something I hope is part of education. It's part of creating critical thinkers for the future. And I relish any classroom that's continuing to have healthy discussions. I had a teacher once tell me his proudest day was when he got 2 parent complaints, one that he was too liberal and one that he was too conservative, because he took the opposite sides in debates when the children weren't quite able to articulate their opinion. And I think, again, if we're trying to have balanced debates, balanced information and healthy debates, that is a very useful thing. Again, I've said it before with my own children who have gone through this district, one who's still in this district. I am so proud of seeing the discussions. I'm so proud of the government teachers who my kids did not know where they stood on issues personally. And they learned a tremendous amount still in those classes while still being objective. I hope we can continue to teach our children everything they need to be effective employees going forward. And I think we can't bury our hands or bury our heads on certain issues. As far as, I think we all answered the question that was posed earlier, House Bill 290. I feel I have enough information on House Bill 290 to also agree with Mrs. Logan that I am not in support of House Bill 290. If private schools and those taking the vouchers had the same rules and regulations, it would be a different situation, but they can be selective. They don't have to take every student, and they don't have the same red tape that they put on public schools. So I think until it's an equal playing field, I am not in support of House Bill 290. On a positive note, I was out at an event and I thought I was going to get somebody who was dissatisfied with something. And I got somebody who was very satisfied with something. Unfortunately, I missed the name of the counselor at West who they were bragging on, as well as Andrew Wheatley in our curriculum department. So I just wanted to do a shout out to them for the excellent work they're doing. And they were so appreciative on behalf of their student for all the work that's happening in Lakota. So I just wanted to give that positive shout out. I think that's it.
In the interest of time, all of yours and all of ours, the one comment that I would like to make, other than our students are amazing, is that I don't think that I have ever heard anybody sitting at this table or Mr. Miller or Mr. Logan say we are perfect. I don't believe we are. I don't think they believe we are. And I do think that failures, so to speak, we look at them as opportunities for improvement. So I just kind of wanted to say that. And let's see, find something happy. The West boys basketball team advanced in the tournament. So they will play Sunday. They will play Sunday at UC. It's always fun when they can play on the big court.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Mr. D, if you're still with us.
Yes, I'm still with you. What happened was I was on mute. And yeah, it's already 3:40. I'm not giving an excuse.
Oh my
3:40 a.m. here. And I'm committed to this. I want to say this real quick. There's a right way of doing, there's a wrong way of doing the right thing, and there's a smart way of doing the wrong thing. So I believe that we have a lot of work to do. And as time goes on, I am going to be committed to the entire family. I know I have a story to tell. I'm on this board because I believe I have an experience that I want to share and be an impact, positive impact in the life of every child in this school district. I want to give every parent a voice in the education of their children, irrespective of what it is. You should have a voice, but nobody should use their voice or their opportunity to intimidate or bully another child or another family. That's what I stand for. So with that being said, I want to be open. I'm going to be available to any parent that have anything that we need to talk about. And I will respect their privacy, and I will make sure what is needed to be done and the right way to have it done is done in this school district. I'm very proud of this school district because I have 3 kids that graduated from this school district, and they're doing very well because they had strong education. And that's what I'm going to continue to advocate for. The area of diversity, I'm echoing. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can.
Okay. In the area of diversity, I know that diversity is bigger than the definition we have. And as time goes on, when we get to that area, we're going to define what everything is, and we're going to handle it accordingly. That's all I'm about. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. D, and thank you so much for hanging with us through a long meeting. Appreciate that extra dedication on your part. You know, oftentimes in board meetings, because of public sunshine laws, we don't have these discussions. We can't have these discussions outside of these meetings. And it probably looks a lot like sausage making, and I would anticipate that will continue because there are very diverse points of view up here. And so it doesn't always look smooth, and it won't. But know that I believe that the people that are up here are genuinely concerned about our students, and that we'll try to continue to keep our students' best interest at heart. There was so much that was said that I agree with up here. Also have 2 successful graduates and want our students to continue to have that kind of an experience that my sons had. And I can still see today what an influence Lakota has had on their lives. And they're adults and they're paying their own insurance. So that's a good place to be. You know, toward the process of not being perfect and being willing to fail and make mistakes. As a large district, we do that all the time. But there's a lot of good things that are happening too, that I think we need to acknowledge and to keep at the forefront of what we're thinking. Failure isn't a bad thing. In fact, we want our students to learn that failure is not a bad thing. And I think we as an organization have to think that way as well. And I would say we are in a process of continuous improvement. We do things like have the community survey, because that gives us feedback on how we're doing. If we were not interested in continuous improvement, we wouldn't bother to do that. We just say we know what we're doing and not even bother to do outreach to the community, not have public comment. We're not required to have that. We have that because we always want to be doing a better job than we are. I'll say for myself, and I'm not going to repeat all the things that were said because we need to let them go home at some point tonight. So I will say, I believe we need to teach all sides of history, period. I will say that the curriculum audit should give us some, it's why we established that process, because we expect that to tell us where we're doing well, what we're not doing. Are there pieces that we've been told by parents there are or aren't there? The curriculum audit is going to be an objective, factual look from an outside organization, and that's what we're looking for. Really want to resolve the questions and make sure that parents are comfortable with what's happening in the classroom. And finally, there was a comment made again about I have confidence in the superintendent and the treasurer's objectivity and their ability to do their job professionally. I will leave it there and let you both wrap up the night.
I'll just leave it with, it's okay to agree to disagree. I stated how I feel about something, but I don't disrespect you if you feel differently. And it's okay to have conversations and to ask questions and to talk. That's how we learn. So I just want to say, I still believe it's okay to agree to disagree as long as we do it respectfully. So that's it.
Real quick, and I'll keep it quick. Thank you to our students who came out tonight, to all the kids. KK, thanks for being brave and speaking up. Not that you need that, because obviously you've done it way before tonight. And thanks to our parents, all parents who got up and spoke, and thank you for your words. I appreciate that. And we do have things to work on. There are a lot of things that we need to work on. I pointed some of those out tonight. Mrs. Bodie, I would just ask that if you have, you mentioned it, I think twice tonight, that you had families talk to you about a portion of the curriculum. I would just ask that you send them to me and I can send it to my curriculum team so we can deal with those issues as they come up and not have to wait to a board meeting to deal with it. So if you could pass those along, I would appreciate that. And then I do want to make mention of this as a lighthearted moment. It's come up twice tonight. Neither East or West have a football coaching vacancy. But that did come up twice tonight and I wrote that down. So unless something's happened that I don't know about. So.
He's trying to stop the rumor.
And Mr. Adi, good night.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Hope not.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
What comedian out there did that? Oh, it's a delay?
It was a delay.
Thanks, everyone, for coming out.
Thank you, everyone. Good night or good morning.